Semana de la Raza, as we understand it today, is about 3 years old, and it was started in San Antonio by Jose Angel Gutierrez and Mario Cantu and several other fellows. And the original intent was that they wanted to raise money for the Raza Unida political party. And they felt that by capitalizing and emphasizing the culture, by having fiestas and jamaicas and this kind of a thing, they would be able to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, by emphasizing and having a kind of a renaissance, so to speak, of the culture, and at the same time making some money for the politicalization of the Mexican American. Now, since then, there has been a departure from the original intent. The idea has spread. The idea of the Raza Unida, the concept, has spread. Semana de la Raza as a point in time in which to spotlight the culture, so to speak, has caught on. But there's been a division in that it is no longer designed for the sole purpose of the Raza Unida party, because a lot of people have gotten behind this effort that cross the whole spectrum of political philosophies, so that what started out to be a move to raise funds for a political party has now departed, and the political party is one thing, and Semana de la Raza activities and celebrations are another. And that was how it got started.
Now, the celebrations themselves center around the Mexican independence holidays. Is that to be amplified?
Okay, I can only speak in terms of how I feel and what are my intentions, and I think that one of the beautiful things about Semana de la Raza is gives just about everyone that gets involved an opportunity to do his thing, so to speak. But at least from my point of view and those that feel the way I do, we capitalize and take advantage of Semana de la Raza as an opportunity to encompass El 16 de Septiembre, which in the past had been celebrated by our older parents and uncles and what have you as Fiestas Patrias, which was celebrating the old country, so to speak. And while El 16 de Septiembre is a very important historical date for us for symbolic reasons, we wanted to have a week-long celebration in which we would include El 16 de Septiembre, the Independence Day, but not exclusive to that. In other words, while it's a very basic part of our past, and it's something that we identify with because of our ancestors, it is not. We didn't want to neutralize it as such, but we wanted to balance it with a contemporary story of who we are and where we're at and where we hope to go with our culture and in our day and time, so that the youngsters would have a hard time explaining, why do you celebrate Mexican Independence Day? You're not a Mexican national. That's a Mexican national holiday. And it puts the youngsters in a rather precarious position to have to explain that kind of a relationship. So what we're trying to do is, when we say Semana de la Raza, which means Week of the People, and in this case we're talking about Spanish-speaking people or people with of Mexican ancestry, Americans of Mexican ancestry, to have a week-long celebration of Mexican-American Culture Week, and emphasizing the total picture in terms of not only our past, but our present and our future.